Good morning. Welcome back to our channel. I'm Gabs, one half of Slip Sis, and this weekend I have a bunch of crafty things planned, so I thought I would take you along for a little weekend vlog with us. Today is Saturday, February 11th. It's just after 7 a.m. So my family's still asleep, so I'm going to try and get in a little bit of a workout and jump onto a Zoom. I'm got a free ticket for Stitches at Home, so it runs 2 weekends. So this is the first weekend, and they're doing a morning coffee chat. It's from 8:30 a.m. to 10:30 a.m. Central, so I'm already about a half an hour late, but I'm going to do my workout and hopefully listen into their knitting chat. And then we've got some stuff with the kids. We've got swim lessons. I have to return some library books. And then I have a knitting book club tonight, which over Zoom, with Megan of Penny Moons. We're talking about our latest book club read, which is The Hacienda. And I've got some more Stitches events. I need to sort through some of my yarn because tomorrow I'm going to a yarn swap in Los Altos and podcasting with my sister tomorrow. So it is a very full yarny weekend, so I will check in with you probably after breakfast and after my workout. It is now about 7:30. I finished my workout. It was yoga this week, so it was mostly tree pose, and I was super distracted, so I kept falling down. I jumped on to the Stitches at Home Zoom for a little bit, but then it ended up being too hectic with the kids waking up and trying to get breakfast. It was like too much stimulation with like too much voices on. It seemed like it was a good time. There was about 14 people there. It seemed really great, but it was also, I didn't know anyone, so it's a little bit tricky on Zoom, I found, to like interact with people, because it's hard with I think with the delay in audio, it's hard to tell, turn taking and conversation taking was a little bit tricky. So I was like, okay, the kids are getting overstimulated, we're trying to get the day started, so I jumped off that, and we're gonna get ready for the day. We've got swim lessons later on, and I forgot that I also have another book club. This is with Back Loop Yarn Company. It's on Discord. We are reading The House in the Pines by Ana Reyes. I really like it. It's really good. This is one of those book clubs where you read a chunk of each book throughout the month. So we're only supposed to read, I think, up to chapter 13 or 14. So I'm listening to it on audiobook. So I paused and stopped reading it so that I wouldn't go ahead, because it's a thriller. So there's a mystery, right? What happened. So I didn't want to read ahead and not be able to participate in the conversation. I'm also reading, I figured this is a good time to talk about reading books. I'm reading a bunch of other books this month. I'm reading The Phantom Heart for Megan of Penny Moons book club, as well as How to Sell a Haunted House for her book club. We're doing 2 this month. I just finished Needled to Death by Maggie Sefton, which is the book club that Che and I run. I'm waiting on Lunar Love, which is a romance for another book club I'm in. This is a mommy book club. Is that everything? Oh, and then House in the Pines. So I've got 5 books to read this month. I finished 1. So we'll see how, and it was the fastest one because it was the Maggie Sefton book. So hopefully I will get some reading in today too. Hello, it's about 9 now. We finished breakfast. I've showered. We are doing our weekly Saturday morning clean, which basically means I just pick up all the stuff we've had for the week. I've tried the other programs where you clean every day and you do one thing a day. I tried Clean Mama for a little bit. I tried Diana Renee decluttering, where you do a decluttering a little bit every day. It doesn't work during the work week. I think it's because I spend a lot of time cleaning my classroom. So then when I get home, I'm just I can't clean up after more kids. So on Saturday mornings, we spend about 2 hours and we overhaul and deep clean all of the different rooms, put toys away. And today I'm in Lottie's room, and it turns out she has outgrown her 3 t-shirts. She's 3 years old. So she's outgrown her 3 t-shirts and she's moved on to 4T, but I'm going to sort through all of her shirt bin so she can only have 4Ts, so that like in the middle of the week when we're grabbing stuff, she doesn't end up with we're trying to stuff her into a shirt that's too small. It's usually like the width of the shoulders that ends up being too small for her. So we're on to the 4Ts. So that's what my like big clean task is for the week, is kind of sorting through clothes. You know how it is with kids. They're like every other day they grow out of clothes. So I'm sorting Lottie's clothes today. Look at this pile of 3T and 2T clothes that don't fit Lottie. Some of them will get saved, most of them will be saved for Eleanor. Some will be saved as like keepsakes, but look at all that clothes. Went to the library and picked up a blind date with a book. I haven't opened it yet, so any guesses what book this might be? I think it's some kind of romance. Hello, it's about 2 o'clock now and Lottie and I are getting organized with some yarn. I am going to a yarn swap tomorrow and I'm going to give away some knitting needles, specifically like metal knitting needles that I don't use anymore, and I don't use needles this thick anymore. I also don't use straight needles. And then Lottie and I are looking for another contrast color to go with this. I have the gold, but it was only a 10 gram mini, so I need to move your head, little one. I need to find another color, so we're gonna do that. Sorry for her big head. And we will, Lottie, be back once we picked it out. You find a good blue? So I'm trying to decide between this blue or this pink, and I'm not sure. So it is now about 6 o'clock. The girls just finished dinner. They had the ever popular mac and cheese. I finished my book club with Megan of Penny Moons. There are about 6 of us on the call. We were discussing the book The Hacienda by Isabel Cañas. I really liked it. I think I gave it a 4 out of 5 stars. It was the ending. The ending was what made it tricky for me. But I love the atmosphere and the whole, it was a very gothic style vibe. I really liked it a lot. So it was great to chat with them. We chatted for about an hour and a half, some about the book, some about sock knitting, some about life. I was then able to pop on to the Stitches West phone call for a little bit. There was about 30 people listening to Kira Delaney talk about the Among Friends. It's like a collective. It's like a group of like 9 to 12 I guess fiber related small businesses that gets together around Stitches West. They've got like this whole aisle now. It was just really cool to hear her introduce a couple different businesses that are fiber related. I've got a couple that I want to look into now. We are settling down for the night. We have to do bath time, and I'm hopefully going to get a lot of knitting. Shaylee and I are supposed to podcast tomorrow, which was Sunday.
and I'm hoping to have one more finished object for the podcast. I have 2 already, so I'm hoping for a third, which is going to be hopefully that cranked sock tube. I only have the heels left to put on. I ended up going with the pink. I asked Daniel, I asked Lottie. Daniel thinks that the blue pops more. Lottie says that she likes blue, which is true. But then I realized that's why all my socks right now have blue heels, toes, and cuffs, because I keep letting Lottie pick, and I keep ending with blue socks. So I went with the pink instead. I think that's all for tonight. I'll be working on, hopefully, more of my Stephen West MCal. I'm on clue 4 still. Yes, I'm aware it's February. I'm on that part, if you've made it, where I'm like filling in the like long thing. Mine's green, so I'm filling in my long green thing with kind of like candy stripes. It just takes a really long time, and like the twists and turns, I don't know why I didn't clock this sooner, but like my yarn gets tangled because I keep having to twist and turn my yarn and the garment. So it's a slog. I'm going to finish it. I like it. I think I'm going to enjoy it wearing it. I think I'm going to put pom-poms on it. It's a slog, man. Like, I watched Nitty Natty's podcast, or I'm not sure if it's a podcast or a vlog, but I watched her, she kind of took you through the journey of her making the MCal, and it's something like 100 and something hours that you spend on this thing, and whew, that's a lot of hours to spend on a garment. So I'm committing to finishing it before the next MCal starts, which I think will be totally fine because the next MCal starts in October. Yeah, October of next year, and it's only February. So I got this, but it's a slog right now, but I'll get it done. See you later.
Good morning. It is about 7:45. It's Sunday, February 12th. I just finished my morning workout. I thought it was going to be another yoga day, but it wasn't. It was upper body. So that was a surprise. We've got big plans, lots of things to do today with the girls. I'm podcasting with my sister in about an hour. Then we're going to a yarn swap in Los Altos. So I've never been, so hopefully that should be really fun. And then we have open swim, which is just like the pool's open for the swim school that we go to. And we're going to try and work with the girls on a little bit more swimming. And then I've got a Vogue Knitting, stop Vogue Knitting Live. That's what I've been watching everyone else do. I've got a Stitches at Home, I almost want to say seminar or talk or something that I want to try and check out at 5:30 today. So hopefully we can get all that done. We've got chores and prepping for the week peppered in. I almost finished both of my socks that I was working on yesterday. Almost. I'm on the heel of one sock, and then I'm on the last 15 rows of the foot on the other sock, which I was hoping to finish for the podcast day, but I didn't. So we'll see if in the next hour I can knit really, really fast and finish them. I don't think I can, but that's okay. Chaley's United Skeins of America podcast video came out today, which was super cool. She went through her stash and is collecting a bunch of skeins from every state in the United States. You should check it out. We're getting really good suggestions on that video, so that's awesome. I'm off to get ready for the day, eat some breakfast, and then chat with my sister.
Hello, I'm back. It's about 5:15 and today got way busier than I thought it was going to be. We went to the yarn swap that was hectic. There was a lot of people, and sometimes it was kind of like swarms over yarn. I donated my knitting needles. Those got scooped up really fast, and now I'm here to show you with my handy dandy helper right here, whose head is, yeah, right here. The yarn haul that I got. These were all donated, and you could just show up to the yarn shop. It was at the yarn swap. It was at a community center, and you just walked in, and if you liked it, you put, I'm on a camera, dear. If you liked it, you just put it in your bag and you got to take it. So I ended up with some really cool stuff. So here's what I ended up with. I got this super pretty brown from Quince & Co. It's chickadee. It's 100% American wool. And the color is twig. I have 181 yards, but I've got 4 of them. So it's just under, I guess, 800 yards, probably around 700 yards. So it's enough for a cardigan for me or something for my mom. I think it's DK weight. It came in this Ziploc bag. So someone, I think, was planning on making something with it, and they just didn't. What's next, Lots? Oh, this one's on the bottom. I ended up with what I think is also the leftovers of a sweater's quantity of bulky weight yarn. It's this really pretty pink. It's called Ice Lily. The yarn is Billow from Knit Picks. It's bulky weight. Here's the tag. I have 2 full skeins of it, which is 181 yards. So that's just under 400 again. And then all these like random little balls. So this big ball's probably pretty close to the full size. So I'm thinking I've got maybe at least 600 yards, which I could probably pull off, especially because it's bulky weight. I could probably pull off a cropped cardigan as well, or a cropped sweater with that. So I have another sweater's quantity. What else do we have, Lottie? Oh, this was like the steal of the week. I got a kit from Miss Babs hand-dyed yarn. I got 5 beautiful mini skeins. I don't think they're named. Oh, yes, they are. So Coral. This is Coral. Gentian, which is Gentian Violet. Ghoulish. Oh, I don't know which one's Ghoulish. Indigo Bunting, which I think is this one. And then Squash Blossom, which I think is the yellow. So then the green must be Ghoulish. It's a rainbow. And then this really pretty black, which is called Blackbird. And it's from her Lefty set. So it was a shawl pattern from 2012, which is what I think this is. It's a kit that was purchased for. I'm not going to make the shawl. I'm going to make one of the Crazy Sock Ladies stripy socks out of it, but it's so pretty. I saw it and someone else was holding it and they changed their mind and put it back. So lucky me, I ended up with a Miss Babs sock set, or kit rather. What else did we get? Lots? Oh, I forgot we even got these. So someone didn't want these stitch markers anymore, so we picked them up off the notions table, and it's an assortment of different really cute stitch markers. This one's from a yarn shop. It says Laser Sheep Yarns. We've got this one, which looks like it's a moisturizer attached to a stitch marker. That's interesting. This one looks like a keychain that says Peace Smile. So it's an assortment of stitch markers. Some will turn into giveaways, and this is a little cute owl. I got a bunch of stitch markers. What else did we get, Lottie? Oh, we got this beautiful, like, it's single ply, but it's thick and thin. It's called Queensland Mist. It's 60% wool, 40% acrylic. I have 2 of them. Do you know where the other one is, sweet girl? Oh, there it is. It's 54 yards, so it's 108 yards. It's for a hat for my mother-in-law. She saw this like thick, thin yarn at a yarn shop, but she didn't. I got one. That's okay, we'll get it. So she's a blue person, so this is for my mother-in-law. What else did we get? Oh, this is our big haul. This is, we got some cotton boucle yarn. Let me find one. Should we have some more in here? We got some cotton boucle yarn. This is William Unger and Company from Bridgeport, Connecticut.
And that?
It's 100% cotton, 130 yards. Yeah. So I'm going to make a something cozy with my sister now that I've got this like boucle flubby business. So now I can do that with her. I'm going to, in a second, go look for a figure weight that matches. So we ended up with this. I have a sweater's quantity. There's 130 yards each. So, and there I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 balls. And
so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6.
Oh, and Lottie dropped one on the floor. So I have 7. So 130 times 7, which 800, 900 yards of it.
But
Which will be yeah, there's one on the floor, so it counts. And what's the last thing we got? And Lottie saw this on the table. It's a mini skein, and she picked it for herself. Did you want socks out of this, or did you want mittens?
New mitten, the other pill of the mitten on my last step, so I need new mittens out of that.
So I made her mittens last December. It's a free pattern on Ravelry. It's one of ours. It's called Itsy Mitsy. I made her mittens. She has just informed me that she lost her mittens. So I will be making her another set of mittens out of this cute little mini skein that she picked off the table. It was really hectic. I got a lot of great stuff. There was a lot more great stuff. This was on me. What else is in here? Oh, and that's just a sticker. She got a sticker. But it was very hectic. This was on me for bringing Lottie. She ended up, her poor little head kept getting banged by people's bags because she's like 3 feet tall. So she was right at the like height to get like banged by people's bags. Nobody was meaning to hurt her. She was like, it was nobody's fault. It was just the situation. It was very crowded. It was a flurry of looking for different things. So we had a great time. She's getting chatty, so I'm gonna sign off for the night. This is probably the last time I'll chat with you. I have to wash all this yarn because I'm allergic to cats. So, and I don't know the origins of this yarn, so I have to just assume that everyone had cats. So now I have to go through a whole process of washing the yarn, but can't complain because I got it for free in a yarn swap. So the yarn will live in my garage until I want to work with it, and then I will.
So then this?
Oh, and Lottie wants to show you that she visited. This is from yesterday. She visited the library. So thanks so much for following along. See you next time. These are my sweater quantities. Somehow they are all basically the same shade. So I think it's going to be that pink in the top left. That's going to be my something cozy.